Well, because we're on the topic today of progressive privilege, I want to run through a few examples of progressive privilege in our country. And again, progressive privilege being defined, the unspoken assumption that whatever the progressive viewpoint is on any issue there is presumed to be the normal viewpoint. It is presumed to be the accurate one. It's presumed to be the enlightened one, the one enlightened people love. And so there is an assumption in the progressive mindset that whatever their view is can be put out there in the arts, in literature, in books, in magazines, everywhere, because everyone knows that's what's right. So the other aspect of this is that if you aren't progressive, if you are a better thinker, in my view, you're a conservative, you feel confrontational when you raise what you think, because the progressive mindset has tried to make progressive views the norm. So like you're the one saying who's kind of, swimming upstream, trying to push back against what the left is trying to portray as the norm of normal view, the acceptable view on all these issues, whatever the left-wing view is. And if you caught what Heather Higgins said in that Prager video, really among women, we're about third. We're about Republicans, Democrats, and independents. So you're really not in the minority if you're a conservative woman. The media just tries to make you think you are. Important to speak up. But I'm going to give you a few examples. First one I want to start with today has to do with the National Education Association, the NEA. It's the largest teachers union in the country. It's the largest union in the country. It has 3 million members, largest union in the country. NEA had their meeting recently, and some national meeting, and they put out as business in their publication to the public, Business Item 56. The NEA will honor the leadership of women, non-binary, and trans people and other survivors who've come forward to publicly name their rapists and attackers in the growing international Me Too movement. Furthermore, the NEA will include an assertion of our defense of a woman's right to control their own body, especially for women, youth, and sexually marginalized people. The NEA vigorously opposes all attacks on the right to choose and stands on the fundamental right to abortion under Roe versus Wade. Okay, last time I checked, the NEA's job is to train teachers, to inspire them, to lead them so they can become better teachers in the public schools. So those kids end up finishing public school, finishing high school, able to read, write, calculate, use basic math, know some history, know some science, biology, chemistry. The NEA, of all the things I could have been talking about, all the failing schools in our country, the NEA went out of their way to make a statement. They are calling abortion a fundamental right, which is contrary to about half of America's viewpoints. And they're also calling out, and they're standing up in favor of transgenderism. They're embracing left-wing views. And again, progressive privilege, embracing left-wing views as the norm. This is an example of progressive privilege. They didn't have to say anything at their national NEA meeting about any of these issues about transgenderism and Me Too and abortion, but that progressive privilege mindset, because what progressives think is X, it's okay to say it and to put it out there, and it's a defiant kind of statement to America. This is where the teachers stand, and you're wrong if you don't agree with us. So, progressive privilege on display.